I was 12 years old, so I'm not going to give away my age, but a long time ago we did just a lot of different things of learning like with nature and doing like, what is it, the hot, the tent in the hot, oh God, I can't remember it.
Sweat Lodge?
Like the Native American
Sweat Lodge?
hot, what is it?
Sweat Lodge.
Yeah, the Sweat Lodge. That's intense. We did
Yeah,
that.
I do that regularly.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
yeah.
like a whole internal.
Well, it's basically
process.
Sweat Lodge is the recreation of being going back inside your mother's womb.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting on the earth, which is our mother earth, and we have all the elements, if you think of all the elements that are involved, and then with creating the sweat, the teepee, but also the whole Sweat Lodge, and then also the steam, the air, the fire, the water. And then you're recreating that, and then you're praying in there. And so in their opinion, in our opinion, it makes more sense to pray on the ground with our elements than to go into a man-made building and talk about some like fantasy. But within that, I take from everything, because for me, I follow some Christian ways, I follow some Buddhist ways, I follow whatever speaks to me. One thing, I smoke, but I got sober. And once I got sober and I have a connection with my creator, I just drink fresh orange juice all day when all these other motherfuckers are drinking orange soda, because most people don't have a real relationship with their God. I talk to God on a regular basis, and my God is my homie. I talk to him like as honest as I am. I'm a very kind of person like that, and I found that a lot of confidence through that, and I found that in Sweat Lodge. And being in Sweat Lodge is also about being uncomfortable, and when you're uncomfortable, what are you going to do in this life? Are you going to try to get out and run, or are you going to face your fears and know that everything is temporary and that you can get through anything?
Yeah, that's heavy. It's good.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's the best way. It's a challenge, It's
Oh,
aerials
yeah.
like that. You have to like stay so focused, and even when it's hard, you have to hold on and breathe and not freak out. I mean, I do the hot yoga too, and I feel like a
I
major
want to do
cleansing
that.
from that.
I
Ooh,
haven't done it yet.
108-degree room. Oof, you are not messing around. Like,
I want to try it.
yeah, sweat is healing though, and it's also like that mind control, because when you're putting your body through such like an intense thing, your mind can start getting you messed up if you don't stick with like a pure clean thought and not let yourself get wrapped up, but life is like that. Things are thrown at you all the time, and you have to stay focused and stay positive.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is just like knowing that I think it's like I just like to be around people. My kind of thing right now is just being around people that are having like the same kind of experience overall, that they're very open to, to these new experiences, new people. Because me and you, we could present ourselves and think that we have nothing in common, or we could present ourselves and to show how the things we have in common and the things that we're learning from each other. We could be two people that you could call me some cholo, and I could call you some whatever person from, whatever county, Marin County or whatever. But you know what I mean? But it's also, but we're not doing that, and so we're countering that with like these decisions and choices. And I really believe that they have like positive vibrations for our community, just by being good to each other and kind of focusing on the interest, just
everybody wants kindness. And you know what? Like, even if you're super different from someone, we're all human. We can connect with each other. Like, and we all should be connecting with each other after this past year and showing love and kindness to one another, for sure.
Well, how was that? How was your pandemic experience?
It was interesting. I'm normally very social. It came at a weird time because I was just starting to be social again after having a baby. My son is about to turn 5. Yeah, so I had a couple years where I had taken some time to be with him, and I was like, okay, I can come back into performing again. Let's do this. And then it's like, bam, never mind. Universe is like, or like the world shut down or whatever. So yeah, I just had a little bit more time to be with him and be at home and be with my family. And I did keep, I kept on training for when things opened again, and I was ready. I'm ready. I've been performing again every weekend now. So it's nice to have that break, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really about how your perspective. While many people, people passed away and people suffered, like the one thing that it's about opportunity. How are you going to take it? Are you going to take it as like I lost a lot. I lost like my whole career. I'm an event photographer, and I was probably the most popular event photographer in Sonoma County. I was working three events a day sometimes, just like getting just wow, just doing it. So I lost all of that, right? But like I gained perspective. You know, I created this show that wasn't here before in the pandemic. I created my cannabis line. I got healthier. You know what I mean? I started separating myself from people, places, and things that were not of me and not adding value to my life. You know, I spoke up on things and in platforms that some people are tripping about me speaking on, but it's okay because I'm making history, making unity with right people I thought were my enemies, but became my brothers. And so all that to say is that like we, it's all about how we're gonna perspective, in my opinion. Like how are you gonna respond to this life, whatever comes at you, and the more you're ready for that, the better you can be. And that's why I'm just trying to vibe out with like people that are doing dope shit, you know what I mean? Because I just want to focus on like the solution, like positive shit, not all this, you know, going viral for bullshit, you know?
Well, yeah, I'm not super into the social media thing. Like, I think it's great that, you know, people that maybe have something to share with the world or like being able to share it. But with that, there's a lot of fake stuff going on. So it's nice to connect with another real person. And I'm, you know, I like promoting my art and being, you know, on Instagram and stuff, but I'm not like super in it. Like, let me promote some fake shit just to like get followers. I don't know. It's like that whole thing is also very interesting because it's
Oh
like,
my God.
yeah, what do you have to share with the world? Like, why are you becoming famous? What's happening? Like, it's interesting to see the people that are becoming famous and the people that, you know, give a lot of attention to, you know, things that are either fake or negative. Like that's one thing with the whole pandemic is like I refuse to live in fear, and I actually had to like cut out some friends in my life that like they were just so fear-based with everything. Like they were just like the media had got to them, and like, you know, I definitely believe, you know, everything, it was all real what happened.
Well,
I'm not
within
like a
reason, that's it. Yeah.
conspiracy theorist, but I'm like, how am I going to let this affect me? You know, like, am I going to like not see my family and friends and be afraid of everywhere I go? Or am I going to trust that I'm going, you know, that you just have to have faith and trust that like God's got your back and not to live in fear, basically. And so that was like
Yeah.
something I had to try
And
to.
what about them not talking about any kind of health solutions, like about being healthy, because they don't want to cure it. They don't want to cure. They want to keep us on that, you know, like on their diets. And American these the diets, but like I never heard anything about eating healthy, working out, you know, all these different things here and there, of course, but not
I
on a
went outside
national
every
level.
day. I went outside every day. My son, he's 3. He makes oat milk. He juices green drinks. We eat organic.
Ugh.
We are not rich people. We make them, you know, we make the choices to buy organic food. We cook at home. I cook beans every week and rice. Like, you know, it's, you gotta put the garlic and onion in. You gotta like cut it. You gotta eat healthy. You gotta get on the sun. You gotta exercise. You know, I mean, key things in your health, in your mental health, spiritual health, do your yoga. I mean, these are things they're not going to teach us. They're going to give us pills. I don't agree with that personally, you know.
So since it looks like you got a lot of things together, is there things that you struggle with, or things that you kind of are working on? Like for me, I'll say first, but I struggle on like for like something more superficial is like free food, or I feel like I was also raised to like always eat food that people give you, but sometimes that food's not good for you. You know what I mean? That so food, attention from women, and general attention. That's kind of where what I'm working on. Is there anything, and it can be very just chill, you know, like I'm just trying
Yeah.
not to like a thing is like bread and cheese. I love bread and cheese. So I'm working and Coca-Cola because I don't drink. Every once in a
Ooh.
while, it's cool to have a Coca-Cola with ice, and it's just pure sugar. You know, it's just like crazy.
Yeah.
So is there anything you're kind of working on, or you know?
Well, I'm always trying to find balance with, yeah, like, yeah, just drinking in general. Like I with food and drinking and like smoking weed and all that stuff. Like I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna say to myself that I can't do any of it. Like, because then I'll be like, oh, I want to do it. So I
Yeah.
just trying to always find that moderation with that. But yeah, I guess me as an artist, like I'm always trying to find that, like that has always been like a challenge for my career is like finding as a woman and like kind of like I'm kind of, my acts are a little bit like sexier to like really be acknowledged to what like the art is and the technique and having like the skill to like bring something to the table that is sexy but it's classy and it's not about the sexy side of it. That's just like a bonus of the art, you know what I mean? So that's something that like is seems to be good, pretty good now. Like the acts I have are pretty good, but like I just want to be always acknowledged as an artist, like that isn't, you know, just oh yeah, it's just like oh she's hot or she's sexy or fun to look at. Like oh there's like you know this is like a skilled thing, and how can we make it? How can I make my art like something sexy, but not that's not the focus of it. So I'm
Yeah.
constantly like trying to that can be a challenge, you know, because I've been in
Yeah.
nightlife a lot too. So it's like
I think it also has to do with like the audience, you know, like we were at a place where like the vibes were so good. So I think everybody was like complimenting you, just on how dope it was. And then you had that going with that guy dancer dude. So you guys had like a, I don't know if he
oh
was
my
just
gosh,
part of, I think, I don't know if he was with you or you came, he was just part of it, but the duo
yeah.
looked really cool because you were up in the air and he was down.
Yeah, he was awesome. I actually had just met him that day, but blessings to him and rest in peace because he got in a car accident a couple weeks ago.
Oh my God, are you
Um,
serious?
yes, with his
Uh,
dog, and I think it was during the day. I don't know exactly what happened, but what a nice, amazing man. He came up and offered to help me with my 25-foot aerial rig. He did fire with me. He was such a sweetheart. And that's like part of the reason why I love like performing. You meet other performers that are just like want to make art with you. And they're just like, let's
yeah.
collaborate, let's do this. And you meet like these awesome people. And he was one of those like super sweet, amazing people just came up. Like me and my man were there. He helped us. He wanted to fire dance. I was like, don't let me on fire. Okay, it's hot. Okay. But he listened. He
Yeah.
got a couple feet away. And he was awesome. So yeah, a huge blessing to him. A beautiful soul. I was grateful to meet him. And I'm glad you remember that. And yeah, I remember him
Rest in
got video.
peace.